Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Entry Point Esports. I know the CS ended yesterday, but we got one more game to show you guys here. And it's going to be the Nova Finals. Imperials versus Smokehouse, and we've got a bit of a story here. Because I am joined by Bible Klinger as well. Smokehouse was the lowest seed in the regular season, and Imp was the #1 seed. But Smokehouse, they've had a brilliant run in this playoffs, haven't they, Bible?
Yeah, it definitely sounds like this was a story that people were looking into. It's definitely one of those teams where you look at it on paper and you think, well, Centurions ranked #1. They should just steamroll this. They should be able to just walk over the enemy team because they've got great players, right? Everybody's over a 1.0 HLTV rating, with Tech being the 1.31 rating. But apparently Smokehouse, when you get to the playoffs, they're able, you're always able to win. And it's a strange thing about that, right? The weird paradox here that you're able to pull off an upset. And they do have Topher on their team, right? 1.4 HLTV rating, the best player on the server. So it's, I don't know. They definitely have a team that can play.
Yeah, they definitely do. And we're going to start off with a B rush here. Hanson on the site, going to get taken down by Harmless. Some fighting kill elsewhere. Good trade back. Not going to find any more, though. And that bomb is going to go down. 3v4. AMP's going to push up. It's going to be a double kill from Ross. 1-0 to start off the game. Beautiful round from the Smokewalkers.
I definitely love a good Inferno match, right? It's I know it's not the most favorite map by everybody, but I love it, and I love the B rush is classic. It's classic on Inferno. Smokewalkers showing how it's done. You just run right up the site, and you just bully your way right onto the site. I love it.
Yeah, Inferno is definitely one of those maps. It's a more aggressive playstyle. Oh, tough need a middle. Not attacking Skellies at all, though. And a bit of map control coming out here. Taking banana control is crucial on this map, and I learned that from Pavix himself while playing in Guardian. If you take banana control, most of the time, you will win the round on T. And Tech is getting really close here to Rhino. And Rhino's gonna peek, finds the kill. There is a player behind him, though. Is he gonna expect this? No, he's not. He's gonna get taken down. Beautiful trade there. And players are gonna be running up lane. Skellies is on site. And AMP has that Mac 10. The player running in the molly as well. Skellies, he's on fronted. He almost gets one, but Topher gets the kill. And now, all of a sudden, what looked to be a chance for Imp doesn't seem to be one anymore. Ross gets that kill as well. Very crucial. 2 pistols left on the side of the Imperiators. So there's going to be a little bit of action here. So those 2 pistols, they're going to try to be playing for exits here, I would assume, right? Ooh, Mac 10 is recovered. Does peek out. Doesn't get a single one, though. Hanson trying to do anything. They could all die the bomb here. They're all gonna run away. USP is saved. Oh, never mind. Thought he was gonna go back for that Mac 10, but 2 players also die on the side of Smokehouse here.
Yeah, I'd like to take another moment to complain about the bomb radius on Inferno. I know Valve's intent a long time ago is to make the bomb blast a little bit bigger to stop players from hiding and surviving in pit. That's understandable, but what is not understandable is how you can die from almost anywhere on the map from a bomb on the other side. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, Inferno is just one of those maps where it's just, the bomb radius is just too big. The sun's just gonna go down on the molly as well. Tanson's the only one up banana here. He has to hold, but he's gonna get taken down. Tech finds a trade somewhere else on the map as well. There are 3 players low here, so this retake is very possible. Good nade, just a bit off timing. 2 players from CT, 1 from banana. And Ross is gonna peek right into this, and he's gonna get taken down by Skellies. Ooh, nice op shot from Rhino there. 3v2. 2 players are low. Skellies is also 8 HP, however, so Ampy is gonna be the one who has to make the play here. And it seems like they're just gonna go for the save. No time. Good shot from Ampy there. That's Topher down. Got a saved up and a FAMAS for the T side as well. Galil recovered. Zerk looks like he wants to go hunt here. He very much well could. The economy's not that bad.
I have to say, first 3 rounds, Smokewalkers look very good at this point. They don't look like what the stats would reflect. I do have a note here, though, that says that Topher was out for like half the season, that he was subbed in quite a lot. So that maybe some of the reflections of the game don't reflect the full stats.
Yeah.
Which, that can happen, right? If you're losing your star player every other game, that could definitely impact the way your stats are going to show up.
Yeah, that is very interesting. Topher has had a lot of impact in this game already, so I'm excited to see what he can bring to the table here. Tansen and Sun coming close to these 2 players, and Banana. They're gonna peek out. Sun's gonna fall, and Tansen's gonna try to get one back, but he's not gonna succeed. And 2 players are walking up lane as well. Beautiful map control I'm noticing here from Smokewalkers. This lurk on Topher might catch Skellies off guard. He's all the way in graveyard. Wait, Skellies could actually get that flank off, because I don't think Topher even knows.
Is it me, or does the Smokehouse aim just look way more calmer, way more way more fire?
Yeah, I see it. Especially after that shot, and Rhino's gonna pick up the follow-up, and that's 4-0.
I think what sometimes happens is, you know, you go down a couple rounds, you're playing on an eco, and you're like, I gotta make this play, and you kind of don't coordinate your movement with your shooting as well as when you're already in the lead. And it just becomes a little bit more easier to aim. But I love this tactical timeout from Centurions. You're down 0-4. You finally get rifles, and you're like, guys, come on. What are we doing here? What do we want to do? Let's get this figured out. I noticed a lot of teams don't like to call timeouts on their CT side as much as their T side to figure out strats. But I think it's worth it, at least on the first rifle round, if you're struggling a little bit, right?
Yeah, timeouts it's crucially important. They can be mental resets, they can be time to discuss tactics, switch around roles and plays. Some teams utilize that well, other teams don't. Let's head into round 5 now. Rhino's gonna get this peek off in mid. AMP seems to go nade down. A bit of chip damage, and it is. Half up on Ross and Rhino. It's just been beautiful banana control so far from Smokehouse here. Oh, 3 players are waiting though. That's a good maul. He's gonna catch 2 of them off position now. They're gonna peek. Tansen finds the kill, and Sun's gonna follow up. Beautiful team play right there. But they've made their way up A, and I don't know. There is a bit of util presence. And Topher's gonna peek out. Oh, but Ampy, he spots this. He sees the player, and Skellies with the follow-up kill. They just need to play trades here. It's a 1-on-5 versus the star player, but he picks up 1. Can he pick up a second? No, he cannot. First round on the board for the Centurions.
That's very convincing, and this is why they're number 1. They're able to come back after, 4-round deficit. They just play like business as usual, lose 1 player. And, you really got to treat your opponents seriously, especially since, again, another note I have, Smokehouse beat the number 3 and number 2 teams on their way to the finals. So you have to treat it very, very seriously when you're number 1. People are going to be gunning for that position in the playoffs.
Versus through the smoke! What a shot from Rhino there, as the offer is now down. And it's a 4-on-5. Oh, that's just unlucky. And Let's see what happens here. Mid control coming out from Smokehouse. Sun has made his way up. Banana, he could actually foil this if he wanted to. Should he take that risk? But he's a bit too late as those players are now up Arch and Apps. Skelly's gotta hold this beautifully. Yes, rotates coming. He's on the rotate. Does peek out. Can he get the kill? Beautiful nade. There's a player in pit as well. Ampy's just gonna, he's just on side alone right now with another kill in this round. Sun on the flank. Ampy finds one. He needs to find more. He needs to activate here. And he's not going to. Harmless finds trade. And Sun and Tansen in a 2-on-3. Trying to find a desperate way back into this round. Sun with a bit of chip damage. Tries to kill a sight. And that's a second as well. It's all up to Harmless in a 1v2. Bomb is going to be smoked. And Harmless does find the one. Sun doesn't stick it. And he's going to get taken down. Beautiful 1v2 from Harmless right there.
Yeah, that was absolutely fantastic. He could have lost that. The retake was real. Centurions had that. Maybe the bomb could have been stuck if you have the right ingredients, but I don't dislike the idea of peeking into Harmless right there, because that's the mentality you'd be thinking is, wait, the bomb's planted for him, it's not for me, I gotta push him, and you can get caught out so easily. But if you're Harmless, but no, he was able to anticipate the peek. Great play for him, 5-1.
Yeah, and now we got what seems to be a banana control play here. Chip damage. 3 players on half HP now. It's Harmless. He's bought that player in Apps as well. He's gonna get that kill. Good pick on the lurk there. Let's see if they rotate back now. That pick could be crucial to this round. What is Tansen like? Smoke and a molly. I've never seen that one before. Might gotta study that. But they do indeed rotate here. Zerk is still on this lurk here. They haven't cleared him. Oh, but he gets the info. He could peek right out into this. Has the sight take on A. It does proceed. There's also a player in CT. Sun's gonna get caught off guard here, I think, by Topher. All of a sudden, it's a 3-on-4. And Topher is on that flank. He could find these 2 players on site, and even the guy in Apps here. Skelly's is the only one watching flank with an MP9. Does spawn him. Topher finds one. Tech with the trade. And those players in short, they gotta activate here. 1v3 for Ross Boats. This Tech is gonna peek out. Oh, a missed shot! And Ross finds one. A beautiful molly as well. Repositioning. Can he find a second? Yes, he does. 1v1 now. He has that bomb as well. 10 seconds on the clock. He has to plant this. Tansen is also low. Very similar points of HP. Oh, that molly is very good. Forces him off. No tick damage. So Ross has no info here. If he plays this perfectly. Jumping up. Gonna peek, spots him. Can he get the kill? No! Tansen with the second round for him.
That was well played by Tansen. Very dangerous right there. Both players low. Came down to a very close 1v1. I actually thought for a good portion of it, the advantage was for Smokewalkers. I thought they just played too many individual opportunities that all just happened to go wrong. Like that one peek into Banana, Zerk could have had that lurk. Very close. The timing was just unfortunate for him. There's not much you can say about that. It's just, I think it was just unfortunate. I think if they had coordinated some of those plays instead of relying on individual poking and prodding, they probably would have won that round just enough. They would have eked it out there, because it did come down to a 1v1.
Yeah, if they played more coordinated, they definitely would have had that round there. Zerk had an advantage, but he did get caught off guard.
I think he was worried on peeking too early, even though he would, if he had peeked earlier, he would have had the timing, but I think he was worried about another player covering, so he just waited. And it's unfortunate, because you don't know. You have to, you have to make a calculated guess.
Oh, those nades of Banana are so deadly! Sun finds one. Half by here with these pistols. player in Banana is stuck. He's gonna get peeked out, and he's down now. 1-on-5 through the smoke. And that's the round. 5-3. Imp with another round on the board. They could definitely come back here.
Smokewalkers buying up though. Rhino on the op. I like this. I think I know a lot of people don't like T-side opping. I actually think T-side opping is good on Inferno.
It is.
But I know it's not the popular opinion among various people whom I talk with, but we'll see. Rhino seems to be making it work.
Yeah, when I was playing T-side op on Inferno under Pavix, it was very fun. Like, you could... Inferno is one of those maps where you can play really aggressive. You can push in the apps, you can push a Banana. Nice trade there.
There it is.
And that mid peak too. I would honestly think it favors the T side more, as you have more an angle on the CT player. So they have to peek in you at the end of the day because you get the timing. And they're gonna go up mid here. 2 players on this A site. One is gonna rotate for reinforcements. Ross is going to make his way up apps. There is a player waiting for him on balcony. Nampy. Oh, he jumps down. That actually might be a play that works out for him in the long run. Because if he doesn't get overwhelmed here, and he picks up 2 kills, this might actually be a round for Imp. And this 4v4. They're going to start walking out now. 1 player in pit, 1 player on site. Nampy's gonna get pressured here. He's gonna get taken down. And Skelly picks up 2 beautiful kills, and Nampy activates as well. And that's a third for Skelly's. 4-5, 1 round apart.
Yeah, we're getting into an area where Centurions are making a comeback, and I don't know. I just somehow it doesn't feel like that was the way it should have been. It just seems like Smokewalkers have the necessary ingredients to actually crack open the bomb sites. I liked the opping from Rhino, able to take off, take tech right out of the round, but I don't know, just not enough.
Yeah, beautiful flash. He's gonna peek off of that, doing a bit of damage to Rhino. Ooh. I think they're gonna try to capitalize off this damage, but there's 2 players pushing up Banana as well. Now all of a sudden it's a 4v5 of these pistols. Well, these pistols, they can be deadly if they hit their shots here. Topher's trying to peek up. Nice shot from Tech there. That's another position on Inferno I love opping. Those flicks through those apps walls, you gotta be careful. And now it's a 3-on-5. Ooh, never mind. 3-on-4. Zerk gets a kill with that Deagle, picks up the AWP. Topher's gonna get taken down by Sun as well. Now it's just Zerk. His best choice here would honestly be to save the AWP. And the CTs do have enough economy. They can hunt here if they wanted to.
I think they will. There's no way I think they're gonna let him.
What a position. I haven't seen that one before. Sun opens his door. He might be dead. Can he even open the door there? I don't know. Oh, but Sun's gonna walk right into this. Zerk is waiting for the quick scope. Oh, never mind. He goes for the no scope instead. Does hit it. 18 seconds left. He just has to survive. Get Rhino that all. That's another round on the board as they tie it up.
Looks like I'm wrong. They will let him keep the op. I don't like that as much. I just feel like you know, you don't want to let them in with anything like that. A free op is a lot of money.
Yeah. Especially on T side. I guess they didn't want to risk the AKs, but they had the economy to go for it.
Right. One thing I do really like from the Centurions is I love the aggressive banana control. If for those watching, I hope they would have noticed, like, Topher was tied up in the bottom of mid just watching the smoke because of the aggression down banana from the CTs.
Oh, Skelly's already finding that pick. I think that was the lurk he killed. Oh no, maybe it was down mid. 4v5, that's the upper dead already as well. Skelly's on another as well. Sun just threw a wall. And this Smokewalkers just seem to be falling apart now all of a sudden.
Yeah, I think we're seeing Centurions. Okay.
Never mind. Harmless has something to say about it. What? Finding that headshot. Maybe that could lead into a chance here. 2v4. Harmless and Ross. They're going to make their way toward apps. They do have bomb. But there are 2 players down mid as well. They could catch these guys off guard. 2 players toward Arch, 1 in library. Ooh, this is gonna come down to the wire, I think. These 2 players, they need to make something work, but Sun's right behind and he finds that kill, and that's gonna be Tech with the AWP as well.
Yeah, I think Centurions are starting to really wake up here, or I mean, they already did, but you could see that it took them like, 4, 5 rounds to really find their footing, and now you can see they're feeling comfortable. They already figured out the map. They're really they're playing aggressively on their CT side, which in my opinion is the way you need to play Inferno. But you can't do it in a reckless way. You have to do it in a very tactical way. Oh, here we go.
Oh, Sun! Challenging the gauntlet right there. Does manage to find Zerk. There goes Tansen as well. MP is on this flank. The B site has been taken. And a retake is required here. Nice shot through the smoke from Skellies. There's the player top oranges as well. Does not spot him though. And he's gonna get taken down by it as well. Ross with a beautiful shot. It's gonna get traded out by the AWPer. Oh, wait, was that aim much? I think it was. 1v1 now. There's suddenly a chance here. What looked to be an impossible retake. Now a 1v1 and possibly a 3K for Rhino in this round. They're gonna meet each other right here. And Rhino's gonna get it. 6-6. Very equal half here.
Yeah, that took a couple twists and turns. I think it just took Centurions a little bit of time before they figured it out. If they had figured it out earlier, the scoreline would have been much different because they clearly have the momentum now, and they had the CT side figured out. We'll have to see though if they have any tactics in the T side playbook that'll get them an early advantage in the half. That's what I'm really looking at right here.
Yeah. Let's see. They're starting out second mid. This usually means an arch play, but it could just be an explode out apps here. Looks like it will just be that. And Ross is going to have his work cut out for him here. He hears this rush. He's calling for the rotates. He's going to find the first and the second. Beautiful shots from Ross. He just needs to stay alive here. The Joker on side finds 2 of his own and almost a third. Ampy's going to find that. I don't think he's going to be alive much longer. 7-6. And that's Smokehouse once again with the lead there.
Yeah, that hold on Balco, that was crucial. Bomb going down up there. And I was paying attention to the minimap. The rotate came in very early. The B side heard the call and came running. Because Ross heard that stampede. It was not a very quiet push. You could tell it was everyone was running up there.
Yeah, and now an anti-eco on the side of Smokehouse. And then pistols here. Like they're gonna go for a banana play of some sort. They're waiting for some util. Rhino could spot this here. He just has to be very careful when he peeks. They're taking a really long time for this as well. Probably gonna try to get in their opponent's heads here, make them wait through util. There's no presence toward mid. One player is actually pushing up banana here, and that's Zerk. You could actually farm these eco frags here. They're gonna start pushing now. Contact finds 3 and a 4th as well. Beautiful spray from Zerk. 1-on-4. MP9 recovered. And Skelly's is just on his own. He's gonna peek out here into sight. There's a player on second. He's gonna get taken down. What a hold from Zerk.
Yeah, that gives them a massive advantage now. You get the 2 rounds opening in the half. We always say, right, never win the pistol and lose the next round. It puts you in a really terrible position. But nice to see they hold the line. They get both. Now they're gonna. This is the bonus round. 3 FAMASas, 1 MP9, 1 M4. You got to be able to hold the line against AKs. If you do that, you have a massive economic advantage here.
Let's see if they will. Early util being thrown and huge mid presence coming out from the Centurions. 3 players are on this A bomb site though. They're boosting over the smoke here. This is a new one. I haven't seen this one before. Skelly's is gonna come right close to this Balk player though. Is Ross gonna catch this? They are just mere moments from colliding here. Who's gonna peek first? It's a battle of who's more patient. And Ross, oh! Skillies finds that! And now all of a sudden it's a 4-on-5 here. Topher is stuck in lane. There are 3 players that are about to collapse. There is some reinforcements coming out from library. And there is a player on site as well. But Topher, besides that, and spacing-wise, is all alone. And Tech could capitalize on this if he wanted to. Topher with an inkling that he's there. And they're going to rotate back B here. There's only 1 player on this B site. Topher could, if he wanted to, he could push up. He does hear the drop. He's going to get that kill. Harmless is the only one on this B site. He needs to activate here. He needs to find at least 1 or 2 kills. There's a player coming from CT. Zerk's gonna help out. He's gonna find one of his own as well. 2 from Harmless, and Zerk gonna assist Harmless for a 3rd.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate. It's kind of like a bare basic. In order to take B site, you kind of have to smoke CT because CT is such a terrible place to fight. Yeah, it's just you're obviously looking at the B bomb site when you're taking it as a terrorist, and if you don't have a CT smoke, the kills that can come in from there, it just can ruin your chances. But that's the unfortunate nature of them not having enough money for the utility. Centurions now calling in another timeout. I do think that is a smart play. Score is obviously 9-6 in favor of Smokewalkers. So Centurions are, again, you know, they're having that slow start here, right, to the half.
Yeah.
And but I like that they're trying to, you know, figure their way back in. Like, okay, what do? We figured out CT side. How do we figure out T side? What are we doing here? How do we make something happen?
Well, they got the deals out. I think they're gonna try to go mid here. Honestly, it would be the best play right now if they could dominate mid with these Deagles. Catch a few players off guard in Banana. Never mind, my read is completely wrong. They can just rush up Banana here. Zerk is the only one. He's gonna get one, but Tansen with the trade. Those rotates, they're coming in fast, so they gotta make a play right now. CT will be smoked. 1 AK on the side of Skelly. And he will find that kill. Beautiful shot on the Harmless. Topher. Tech with that dig. 2v3. Bomb is down. And now it looks like an impossible retake here. Unless Rhino makes things happen here in Coffin. Just might. He's gonna peek out. He does spot the player. New box. Finds that kill. 2v2 now. Tansen is low. MP falls. And now that player second is gonna fall as well. Beautiful retake here from Smokehouse.
Yeah, it's Centurion players are all low on HP, like half HP or less. I don't know if I would have been wanting to hold angles like that. You know, online CS and you're low on HP, yeah, it's dangerous. I understand why you want to do that. You don't want to like turtle on the site and wait and let them on. So you're stuck in between a rock and a hard place, right? There's not much you can do on that. You just have to hit really, really fast shots, and it's just not going to happen today.
Yeah, especially with guns like that. Like, if they were on a full buy, that probably would have worked out. The ops are out. All the rifles are activated in this game. 2 AKs on the CT side as well. They're just going to play map control. 2 players are up Banana. 1 player in apps. And let's see what happens here. It's going to be just one of those tactical slow rounds. Everyone's just going to wait for one of the players to make a mistake and then capitalize on it. Skelly's just making his way up apps as well. Interesting smoke. It's gonna smoke that app's push. Bit of util in mid as well. But it looks like they're lining up for a B execute of some sort. They have some util to play with. A couple of flashes and smoke. So they're going for a spam, but there's not much info to go off of yet. As they line up for this execute. These two players will make their way up banana. There are two players, and the util is now going to come out. Zerk and Heartless need to activate here once again. Through the smoke, finds one, doesn't find another. Cancels the trade. Zerk just spamming the smoke. He gets taken down. Rhino's alone with this op here. He's far away from his teammates. If he gets taken down, I would honestly call the save here. Oh my! What a shot from Sun from Fountain there. And Sofer does find one of his own. 2v3 now. He knows about the player new blocks, so Rhino can just hold this. Even go for a wallbang if he wanted. Doesn't know about the player pool. It's gonna get peeked by new blocks. Rhino missed shot, so just gonna fall back here. And Tantum cleans it up.
Yeah, they finally get a good round on the board. That's on this half. I mean, they're only down by 3. It's definitely possible, but you can see their theory crafting as they go along. Centurions have not played Inferno apparently this entire season, so they're literally figuring it out in playoffs, in the finals. So it makes you wonder what they must have had the thought process of they're better off playing this map and taking a chance on it.
They must have prepared heavily against this, but Tover's is gonna get taken down. 2 players rushing up lane here now. And Ross and Rhino, that AVP on site. Ross with a beautiful trade kill there. Now it's a 4-on-4. As Tech with that WP. He's gonna jump up apps here. Could catch Ross off guard. Rhino's looking for the lane push. Ross does find that kill. Beautiful shot from Rhino, and the readjustment there as well from Ross. So now it's a 1-on-4. And at this point, I would say it would be a save, but Kansas does have economy on his side here if he wants to go for this.
So it looks like Centurions, their permaban looks to be Dust 2. So it looks like they've been floating Inferno for the season, and nobody took them up on it until Smokewalkers came along in the playoffs here. That's wild.
Yeah, that's a crazy kill from Ross, and Ross with 4 as well to finish off that round. Eleven to 7. Going in the round 19. There's still more rounds to play with, but if they lose this, they might have to save. They're not going to have good economy if they lose this round, the Centurions. That might pose a problem. Rhino's going to find that alt pick instantly. And once again, it's going to be a fast mid-aggression here. Through the smoke, Rhino's going to be pressured here. He has to find at least one more, and he does. Pulls out the pistol, but he's going to get traded out. And Ross just through the smoke finds 2. And all of a sudden, it's up to IMP. Ooh, nice shot in the guy on apps. That was Topher down. Doesn't know about the guy library. And that's the round. Match point.
Yeah, at this point, I'd say Smokewalkers played the veto up to this point very well, right? Choosing Inferno to throw the #1 team off their game. I think that's fantastic to have a map in your back pocket that a lot of people don't play. I mean, I wish more teams would do that kind of thing, but, it's also sometimes about what you're comfortable with doing, and there's only so many maps, 7 maps in the pool. You can't be necessarily comfortable on all of them, so you have to pick and choose.
Let's seems like they're choosing to go up banana here. Good nade. Bit of splash damage there. So Rhino comes to adjust as well. Might go for that flower pot boost. Rhino peeks down banana. Does see the player on sandbags. While he's out CC. Zerk is up here. He could make this play. He can shut this down. If his teammates don't want to peek here, he could shut this entire play down. Heartless is going to get taken down by Util. And Zerk, he's letting them all pass. He doesn't find a single one. Oh, no. That's... the smoke, though. Ross once again. 12-7, 3v4. Rhino is low. There's a player close as well. Is he going to find his kill? Oh, just barely. Son with a beautiful shot. He's going to double up as well. 1-on-4 now. I'm going to get another. Not at all. And Sofer. Going to try to recover that all. There's a player away from him in pool, though. Ooh, just barely gets out. Nice shot from Sofer. Can he find the second player here? Let's see. Yep. Nice shots. Oh, wait, Skellies might actually take him down. Oh, just the timing, though.
You know, hunting Topher actually hurt the Centurions' economy a little bit there. That's wild to be actually in economic pain here from a hunt on T side.
Yeah, one of them's rocking a Galil.
Yeah, they're able to make it kind of work, but yeah, Galil is not what you want to see now.
Rhino gets flashed off the angle. Someone's gonna smoke that arch side, or attempt to. And let's see what they do with this. Topher is in apps here. You could get this kill. Nice shot by IMP. 4-on-5 now. They have one pick on A, so they could focus A here if they wanted to. That banana player causing havoc as well. Rhino's going to be bunched up with his teammate. And the rotate's going to come toward A as well. And one player's going to peek up lane here. Rhino should have this kill if he peeks out wide. Go back to Moto though. Nice shot from the Skellies, and Rhino's isolated here. Zerk is gonna find that kill lane, but they do now have the site, and bomb plant shall commence. It's a 3v3. Skellies is 5 HP as well. And let's see what they can make. Let's see if they can make this work here. It's gonna be Crab walking up. Ampy should be first contact here. He's gonna peek out. Shots from the backline though. Skelly finds that one kill. And Zerk with another 2K. And Rhino's gonna finish that off. Map number 1 in the bag for Smokehouse.
Yeah, Smokewalkers did an absolutely amazing job on this map. Great map pick, great map preparation. You could see Centurions were out of their element. This was not a map they played. You know, it looks like they had 2 maps they didn't play, Dust 2 and Inferno. And, you know, when you get into the playoffs, this is the risk that you take, is that the other team can pick one of the 2 maps that isn't in your pool. You know, it's just the way it works. It's just simple math. Smokewalkers' brilliant performance here. The only question is, if this is the only way in to beat Centurions, can you do anything on the other maps then? Because Smokewalkers, yes, they've had a great run here. They're doing an amazing job, but Centurions is number 1 for a reason. Yep. And, you know, I don't know. I think Centurions are going to turn it up here on their map pick now.
Yeah, they're looking for something to prove. They are number 1 for a reason. We are going to be going to a short break here, I believe. So stay tuned for map number 2. It'll be coming up shortly. And we are back with map number 2 here with the Smokewalkers versus the Centurions. A very, honestly, in my opinion, a dominant showing on that first map from the Smokewalkers.
Yeah, absolutely. Smokewalkers prove themselves on that map that they can hang with the best. And I think Centurions, like I said before, they were just out of their element. This is not a map that they play, and they just got played on that thing that they were just not nearly as prepared as Smokewalkers. We'll have to see now going into Ancient, map number 2. This is the pick of Centurions. So as long as they win this one, all is as you would expect. But as is usual in playoffs, you have to you got to prove yourself.
Yeah. Every champion has to come with a test, and this is their test against the #1 seed in the league. If they can close it off here, that would be the best case scenario.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't think Smokewalkers would like to lose this map and then have to play the decider. I think they would prefer to just end it here, steal the map pick, and win 2-0 if possible.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just lose the momentum. Even though you win your map pick, if you lose your opponent's map pick, it goes back and forth. The momentum can feel very, very awful at that point.
It's a very interesting pick here. Smokewalkers choose CT first. Because honestly, I think this is a very T-sided map. Like, this is a map you would play very aggressively as a team. And easily, like, getting able to get map control. Like, here in mid, they're already up. And Harmless just has no chance there. Getting taken down by Sun. And the rotates are already coming out toward A. Topher and Temple. Let's see if he can make anything work. His shots, but he does find that kill. Not traded out yet, though. Tech finds his, and Rhino as well with a double. 2v3 now. Hanson equalizes. And now it's a 1v2 for Rhino. Already found 2 in this round. Can he find more? Let's see. He's peeking out. Almost finding a kill. I This is a very interesting round. I don't even know how to commentate that.
Yeah, sometimes when you get really excited, pistol rounds are the worst because you have to be very pinpoint precise, right? And the movement speed in CS can be incredibly fast. People's heads move just so ridiculously quick. I remember back in CSGO, there was a post where people were saying that if you fired an SMG perfectly, that the movement speed in CS allowed a head to pass in between the bullets.
Oh, and picking up 2 and it's gonna get traded out though. Excuse me. Whoa. That was with that follow up as well, and that's the round 2-0 already in quick succession.
And not too concerning to lose the second round that way because I believe that was a completely full save. Not even pistols, not even armor. There's nothing. It was just straight up USPs against MAC-10. So at least by, I think, most of the people. I didn't catch if there's a player that brought a P2, but this is their chance. Full rifle round, round 3. Only Harmless is looking a little really low on utility.
A lot of nades down mid as well. They also OPOD head armor, so I'm thinking they're expecting the SMGs to still be out here. Which isn't a bad call by any means. It is only round 3. It's just they might get a bit caught off guard economically with these AKs. And Ross is going to be challenged here. 1v2 in Cave. Not going to find a single one though. Harmless is the only one left on this site to make any impact as the rotates come in. There they are. They're going to regroup toward long. Harmless trying to go for that wall thing though, getting a bit caught off guard. A bit overzealous. Oh, but look at this. The rotate toward mid. They could completely rotate to A site here. What a beautiful distraction. And Rhino's going to hold this perfection. Oh, never mind. MP finds that kill. Should just be a round for the Centurions here. Zerk could find this kill red if he clears this right. Which he does. And that's a Galil recovered. They could honestly go for this if they wanted to. But I just feel like it would go bad for them in the long run because of their economy. And that's right. They're going to go save. Good call by that IGL. Third round lost. But it might come back. Oh, I think he saw him there. Definitely did. Topher's going to find that kill. He's going to be pressured by 2 more players. But he's taken down. That's an M4 lost. At least he did find 1 exit, though.
I think Ampy's having a good start to the game here. 4 kills, 1 death.
Yeah. Ampy's definitely showing up. Pushing down mid almost every round. He's getting a... I'm pretty sure he's getting a kill almost every round, too. We are only 4 rounds into the game, though. Anything can happen. It's 5-7 on Rhino. It's a bit concerning, but Ampy gonna find another one. We were just talking about him. M4 and a Galil and 2 5-7s. Don't count out the 5-7s, though, because in the silver game, me and Bob just watched teams wreck through each other with those 5-7s. Can be dangerous. Ross is gonna be very close here. He does see the head, and he's gonna tap. That B side is being pressured as well. It has been taken. Bomb is gonna rotate over. Rush, honestly, should just save this AK here. And Topher is gonna play exits as well. So 4th round on the board. There's still time to make something of this half. And there is still time to come back. It's just going to be really hard with how they're playing. The Centurions are playing beautiful map control here. They're playing aggression really well. They're catching their opponents off guard. Topher is going to get taken down as well. As long as Ross stays with this AK, it should be fine next round for them to go for a buy here. Oh, and it's going to cut close.
Terrorists win.
One player is coming close to A main. Ross is doing the right play by just hiding here.
Yeah, Smokewalkers now being able to come out with a full buy, and they have an AK as well. I like that. They gave it to Topher, so their best player armed with the best, arguably the best rifle here.
Yeah. Rhino does have the AWP as well. Oh, and it's just gonna be a peer rush here, I think. Ampy is already activated. He's running in. He doesn't find one, though. The opening. Harmless finds the trade, and Skelly with the follow-up. And now it's a 3-on-4, but Topher gonna flank behind Cave, equalizing it to a 3v3. Rhino still left that off, and he's gonna find Tech. Now all of a sudden, Centurions are left scrambling here. They are sandwiched, and they don't really know what to do. This player in long is going to be sandwiched right now. He's going to be forced to take a fight no matter what. Skellies does find 2 as well. Equalize it into a 1v1. On for the 4K. Time is running out. Topher needs to make a play here fast. And that Skelly is saving the round for the Centurions.
How did that fall apart there? How was they able to hold on? I don't understand how Centurions won that round. I thought for sure when you had Topher on the flank and you had Rhino holding the op that it was all over for the Centurions that round. I did not think they were going to be able to hold the post plant, but no, they were able to pull that off. That's amazing right there. That is a huge round. 5-0 right now. Centurions are making it work. This is a perfect way to bounce back from that first round loss. Excuse me, first map loss, losing Inferno. Now it's, yeah, like 5-0 on your map pick. That's the way you show that it doesn't matter. We don't care if we lost a map we never play. You know, it was inevitable. We're going to lose it. And we made it tough on you enough, you know, that we dragged it out a little bit. And now we're going to show you how we play on our map.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised that Smokewalkers did lose that as well. They had those two players sandwiched. They could have played off of each other there, but Cavaliers just took advantage is that they picked one by one. Let's see this round. Round number 6. There's still a chance in this half to at least tie. Or to win 7 rounds in a row. Beautiful flash from Topher. He's going to walk down here. See this player an elbow? Yes, he does. That's tech done. These players stationed in ruins. They're going to activate pretty soon. Whoever's in mid, which is IMP, should make a lot of noise here to draw them out. So, wait, there's nobody on B now. Harmless just got taken down. There's literally nobody on B. Zerk is gonna find his way there, but it's way too late. That bomb is down, and he's gonna get taken down as well. Skelly with that kill. Topher's gonna peek out, finds another kill in this round. He just needs to wait for his teammate here. Honestly, or he can do it all himself. He finds another kill, and oh my god. He's up for the ace now. He's gonna go for the defuse, and Rhino picks it up. First round on the board for the Smokewalkers.
I'll tell you, I mean, as great as it was, Topher gets 4. I'd be nervous as anything when he gets on that bomb if Rhino doesn't get the final kill, because then you're put into a really impossible scenario. But fortunately for Smokewalkers, Rhino was on point. Topher cleaning up with the first 4 and Rhino finishing it off. They're on the board, 1-5. It is entirely possible now.
Yeah, and they have a chance to come back here. Momentum is a big thing in this game. And I also really like that play from Topher, relying on his teammate instead of going for the solo glory play. Going on the bomb instantly. He may be the star player, but he also wants his teammates to shine too, and Rhino shall do just that. Ripping Tech's head off there. And Zerk is going to find one as well. It's a 3v5. Skelly's is stuck in cave here. There's not really much he can do. Does find that kill though. And that player in the cubby position is going to be cleared by Sun here. Zerk goes down. Topher. Nice tap on the Sun there. Ross with a follow-up. 1v3 now for Skelly. Skelly's has been live this game, but Rhino's going to take him down. Second round on the board.
I'm noticing the Topher Rhino dynamic here. These are the two players right now in Smokewalkers who are still finding success. They're doing a great job. It just seems though like Smokewalkers are struggling a little bit more on Ancient, or maybe even a lot more. I don't think that this is. I'm just looking really quickly through the history. I don't think they played a lot of Ancient. So we're seeing. I mean, I am seeing a lot of these. Maybe 4 or 5 games played or so, maybe more. I don't know. I'd have to take a look. It looks like they've had some success on Ancient, but a lot of times it's a map they struggled with. So it does make sense for Centurions to pick it.
I still think they should have chose T-side as well. But it doesn't make sense. They haven't played this map much. They probably weren't as prepared on this map as they were on Inferno. Nice shot from Rhino there on short. No, that was wrong. They're just gonna clean up here. Tech's gonna find one of his own. Almost a double spray from Topher there. Tech finds an AK. 1v3 on for the ace. This would be generational if he pulls this off. There's a player in cave. Harmless is going to take him down. That's the third round on the board, and momentum is severely on their side now.
Yeah, I would press that advantage as much as you can. Just try to get as many rounds as you can. It's already obvious this isn't really your map, but you know, if you've got the opportunity to bring the momentum onto your side, I mean, just take it. Just run with it as far as you can. 3-5. I mean, if you could end the map, even 6-6, that would be phenomenal.
It would be. A few players going down mid, though. IMP, he's going to be the first one to activate here. Oh, no. That player from Cat is. Almost finding Rhino there. Does fall in the end. 4v5. They do not clear Topher here. Oh my god, he finds one. He could find a second as well. Almost does. Sun with the trade. 2 on 4 now. Ampy with a beautiful lurk kill, and that's Ross trying to activate, trying to do anything to get back into this round. Skelly's gonna find another one. Just harmless target. I mean, it's once again, they have the eco here, but honestly, saving the AK and giving it to their star player, like, not a bad call by any means. Harmless could even...
I think you're right.
Yeah. Harmless could even keep it himself if he wanted to. He has been hitting shots.
I still like your play. Like I've been in those scenarios where nothing seems to be working, and you just like, you know what? I got this great gun on a safe. I'm just giving it to the player who's hot right now, able to get the kills. There comes a point when you're playing Team CS where you don't even care if you're not playing as well as someone else. You just want them to go to town and extend their lead even further, and just hopefully drag the team over the finish line. It's just weird. It's like CS is one of those games where you can play and you can have like an amazing game, and you could play another map right after that and have an absolutely pathetic game, and then play again and have the game of your life.
Yeah, it's a very inconsistent game, I would say. Like, it really does depend on the vibes in your team. Like, if you get the right team, you can accomplish anything. Just look at Vitality this season. Crossboat's opening up for his team as well. Molotov trade. Rhino's gonna miss that flick, but he's gonna readjust here in a moment. I think he's gonna push mid. Harmless did keep the AK as well. Honestly, isn't a bad call. He does find that kill. And now it's a 1v2. I don't wonder what Ambi can do here. He is in red. He has so much space. I don't even think this player on A knows. Rhino definitely does not. Does have an inkling of suspicion, though. So does Zerk. He's gonna peek out. That's the info. 2 HP on Zerk, though. And, oh, Rhino's going through A main here. Ampy could literally just go back A if he wanted, and that's what he's gonna try to do. But Rhino reads this. And Ampy read that as well, apparently, so he's gonna try to peek Zerk here. Zerk has all the info in the world right now. Beautiful repositioning as well, waiting for his teammate. He knows he's low, so he can't challenge this alone. And Ampy is also doing a really good job of clearing everything on the site, too. It's just the fact that when he plants, he's gonna be taken down. Beautiful repositioning from Zerk there.
Yeah, that was well played by Smokewalkers. You could see the like, even just through the movement of the players, you could tell what the comms were. It was like, oh, he's out in mid, and it's like, no, wait, he might be going back to you, and it's like, no, wait, he's back on the B-bomb side. You could see the rotates going back and forth there as the comms were trying to sort out exactly where the last terrorist was.
Interesting buy here as well. You're going for a half buy with Tech 9, Seagulls, and a Mac 10, and a few pieces of Util. And then to go into the last round of the half later. And Rhino with that brilliant first shot. He just needs to hit more here. Honestly. A lot of molly damage. They're going to rotate all the way back. Wait. No, wait, right? They might genuinely just have a free B site now. And they're going to realize this because they overextended. But the Centurions were just a bit late. If they would have just ran out and didn't even stop mid, I think they would have just had that B site free. Nice kill from Topher there. Makes it a double as well. Gonna be a bit of a rough one. Stanson tries to get anything out of this round. He's just gonna get two-pieced right there.
No, this is actually really good for Smokewalkers making the comeback here. Centurions already did enough to, say, okay, our T side, right? 6-6 is, it's a draw at that point. But If they could get the 7th round, Centurions would be in a better position, although I have a feeling that the Centurions playbook on Ancient is much deeper than Smokehouse's playbook on T-side on Ancient. I just have that feeling that Centurions have practiced it a lot more.
Yeah, practice is everything, but when you're playing against a guy like Topher, that might be a bit hard.
He definitely is showing up tonight.
Yeah, we were talking about it before the game, and we were not wrong to bring him up. Armus is going to do a bit of damage on the Skellies there as well. In Smokehouse, they were down 5-0. So they really did just bring this all the way back. And momentum is on their side here. And if they can bring that into T-side, I feel like even with their advanced playbook, it could be a close map. Oh, that Molly. That's incredibly close. And they might actually think it's clear because of that. So if they decide to push up mid here, Topher could just hide, play for info, and the player in Donut could play for trades, but they're going to try to challenge Rhino here. Beautiful pop flash in. Donut misses the shot, or Rhino misses the shot, sorry. Let's find the one on ramp. Beautiful follow-up from Zerk, and now it's a 1-on-4 for Tech. The Opera going to try and make a play here. 20 seconds left. It just seems like this is a done round at this point, but he does find one, almost a second through the smoke, and he's going to get flanked, and that's 6-6.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you what, if you're Smokehouse, I think you're happy. I think you could say, like, look, this isn't even our map. We don't play well on it. And now we brought it even, dead even, 6-6. I'd be thrilled. The only problem is that if you know that your T side is bad compared to your CT side, then I'd be sweating bullets. It's one of those, they know themselves better than we do, right? So they probably already, at this point in the game, they're either really happy or terrified. There's probably no in between.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if they can carry this momentum over. Because this is definitely one of those maps where the more aggression you show as a T player, the more opportunities you can get to counteract the CT opponents. Because this is not really a CT-sided map, in my opinion.
Well, it's interesting that right now it's Skellies and Topher that are really carrying their respective teams. I know Rhino's also having a good game though, 10-7 for Smokewalkers, but Topher 17-8, Skellies 13-7. Everyone else on the server is negative KD. It's been mainly those three players just farming everyone else up. It's just the way it goes now, right? You know, it's just those three.
It honestly just feels like a similar situation to where we had yesterday with Comrade and Hunter.
Yeah, it does. It's a little reminiscent of that, where you have the powerhouses kind of really dictating the flow of the game. You know, and it's like, no, I will hold this angle, or I will push this area, and I will make my presence very, very well known. And the other team doesn't really have as much of a response for it, right? They have to figure out, how do we shut down the enemy's star player or players, as the case may be. I'll tell you, it's really interesting. Rhino might be the one to make the difference in that, you know, if you have two powerhouses, right, one on each team, they kind of balance each other out a little bit. But if you have two players on a team actually playing well, you really run that risk of not being able to shut down both players at the same time.
Yeah, I would really like it. Like, I think everyone has a possibility to show up here. Zerk has definitely been putting up numbers this map as well. I do feel like Rhino is that difference maker as well. Like, I completely agree with that. He has been one of those key players, especially on Inferno as well, where he's getting a lot of those opening picks of the op. He's getting a lot of those opening kills, doing a lot of crucial CT side holds. I feel like if he activates here, it would definitely make a difference. And they're going to start out going through Donut here. A split, and Sun's going to find a beautiful shot on Ross. Rhino's going to equalize. We were just talking about him. Topher finds a kill as well. 3v3. That's that Temple player. Tech and Tansen Tension's gonna fall, and so is Tech, and now Topher's gonna find his second in the round as well.
And that's what we were talking about. It was Rhino and Topher to crack open that bomb site. Absolutely amazing now that they're in the lead, 7-6
Yeah.
on Centurions map pick, and it's off the back of those entries. This is going to be a game.
Yeah, they were down 5-0 in the first half. And Rhino is starting to show up as well. Does seem to be more of a T-side player than a CT side player. I just hope we see more AWP plays. I know HN isn't really an AWPing map, but as an AWPer myself, I do like AWPing on this map. It's very hard, but it is fun. Rhino's gonna pick up another kill toward Catwalk. Bit of damage on Tansen as well. They have full eco here. Oh my god, Skellies! It is a Mac 10 though, but he could make it work. Oh, but the timing! Good shot from Harmless there. Now it's a 3-on-4. Just gonna take this A site. Topher is gonna get this kill on B. 2v4, there's not really a point in saving these USPs, but there is a huge advantage if they play for exits here, and especially if they play together. But Topher's gonna get another, and it's all up the sun here. He's just gonna hide in the smoke probably. Never mind. He's gonna peek out. Topher with another eco frag in this round. 3 kills for him.
This is the ideal position for Smokewalkers right now. I mean, they're very close in a way. Here's the real test though. They have to be able to fight against Centurions when Centurions are at their best with a full buy. Right now they don't have the op, and they do have one submachine gun on Tansen, but they do have 4 M4s. So if Centurions wins this round, it's going to be a little bit odd.
Yeah. And Sun's already going to pick one up. It's a bit of a B rush here. 2 players lacking behind, though. There's also going to be 2 players flanking Catrock, and Rhino has read this. Oh.
Oh, no.
He got the bomb planter. That is very unfortunate. Through the smoke, he must have saw like a little tiny bit of his arm there.
Or maybe he had really good awareness of the lineup at that angle, but whatever the case may be, that was a brilliant kill. Things like that are what can actually decide a game entirely. Like, just the fact that they don't get the plant, let alone not even like losing the round. If not even getting the plant can really hurt your economy. That's $800 per player.
Yeah, and look at that. Russ is on a Mac 10 because of that. And they have full rifles out on the CT side here. Let's see what they do. Playing a bit slow towards A main. There's one player donut, there's a player CT. Skelly's got the headshot angle. Which, honestly, with an M4A4, is a really good angle. So if you can make this work here, Utah's gonna come out. Seems like they're just gonna try to contact right now, and then they're just gonna start pushing. 2 players are gonna rest. Skelly's gonna try to get this kill. A lot of damage now. Don't know if this is included this film, but Skelly's got the kill. Now 4 alive. Just alive. Everyone was well. Here's the player Dono, and I don't think AM knows, so he is getting it a little bit. 1-5, momentum has been switched as well. Centurions are on momentum. On the upwing wing here. Armless Rhino. 30 seconds left. Bomb is down, so they do just have to stay here. If they hunt. It doesn't really look like they will be doing. But honestly, wouldn't it be a bad idea to get these guns off these players? The economy is a bit in shambles right now, too. Well, as we head into round 17. Bit of aggression towards that B site. Sun's gonna jump up on Catwalk and find that kill. He's gonna get traded out by Rhino though. Chance is gonna find two of his own. Now it's a 2v4. Rhino still has that AK in hand. He's gonna be the last one left here. Dancing on that Catwalk really did honestly change the dynamic of that round.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel the momentum shift that you were talking about. I'm really thinking Centurions are kind of figuring it out. Like, okay, we play aggressive, we play CT side, we play it, I don't know. I just feel like they've got the player skill, the individual player skill, that all they need is to put the teamwork together and they can hold the line in a very aggressive hold.
Which is honestly what they have been doing in these last few rounds. Like, look at this mid play, for example. They're playing off of each other so well, to the point where even if Smokehouse peak, there's always going to be a trade available.
Yeah, they're just locked out of mid.
Yeah, it's complete mid domination right now. Skelly's got that info on A main. So one player is going to rotate for the trade as well, just in case. Zerk's gonna find that lurk toward B, which is a good sign with these mid players in elbow. Rusky too. And now it's a 2-on-3. Tech and Skelly's. See if they can make anything work. Skelly's has been having an unbelievable game. So let's see if he can make anything work with Tech here. He's gonna peek out. Tech falls. Good shot from Topher. Doesn't know about Skelly's in log though. And now it's a 1v2. One player is low. That means the bomb player is gonna peek. Gets falling down. And that's gonna be Zerk cleaning up the round and getting the tie.
That got very terrifying when Topher peeked out with his knife.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, but see, that's the thing though, is like Centurions are playing together. You don't often seem to find like one guy just kind of out in the middle of nowhere. That he seems to always have a buddy somewhere nearby, or at least that's the feeling that it is, that you're always being suffocated. If you find one, there's at least another.
They really are just playing total Counter-Strike at this point. Like, it for the most part, for half of this game, it felt like they were not really able to find themselves. But in the later game, they've really just seemed to, like, find out, like, how to actually play against Smokehouse here. Nampy's gonna find this kill mid, which is a very crucial kill, because now it's a 2v5 once again. It's gonna be Topher and Harmless. See if they can make anything work. Both have Galils. Bit of util on them as well. Two players gonna peek Topher here. Now it's just Harmless. A save wouldn't be a bad call here. But if he could get some of these AKs off of these CTs, that's one. That would also be a good idea too. But now they're on the save here. Zerk wants the hero buy. I wouldn't mind that call actually in this late of a game. A hero buy would actually make all the difference, I feel like.
Yeah, but their economy is so bad at this point that you're investing multiple rounds, and at 9 to 10, I can see why they're worried.
Yeah. It's just Centurion once again. Like, this mid dominance here. It really is. It seems like such a small thing in retrospect, but it makes all the difference in a game.
Oh, it's super critical on Ancient to have that mid presence. I mean, if you control mid, there's a good chance you win the game.
Oh, Skelly's gonna be pressure here. Harmless with the Glock finds the kill. Ampy finds one of his own in a second as well. Almost hits the spray transfer. And that's Sun with the trade, and that bomb is down. That is crucial. Even if Topher doesn't hold this, that is crucial for their economy, because that means they can still full buy next round.
Yeah, I think it was Topher sitting at like 1650. Like, that's not enough going into the next round, but
Yeah,
it's...
Now they got that bomb plant, though.
Yeah, bomb plant 800, and yeah, look at that. Now Topher's at 4950. That's he would have been at 4,100 with the way that round worked out, which I
Ma-
guess is better than what I thought it'd be.
Yeah. I mean, they do also have loss bonus, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 3-round loss bonus, but you know, it's getting a little bit dire now, I would say, for
Yeah.
the chances in this map. 9 to 11, you don't want to lose anymore. So this is the big round here. Rhino on the op, Topher with a goodbye.
Yeah, both of the ops are out, actually. Honestly, this is a dire round. Like, they really do need this round to get back into the game. I would honestly say, if they lose this round, it might just be the end of the map. Because they've put everything in their economy into this, and Rhino's going to find that kill as well, which is very crucial to Sun. Now we got a 4v5, and EPE is just spraying and praying. And that's the sight. Skelly's in tech. They have the economy to go for this. I don't know if they want to risk the op, though. Yeah, they're going to back off of this. Looks like they're going to try to play for exits here. And they're bunched up once again. Like, even on these save rounds, it just looks like they're just more focused on keeping each other alive than... I don't know. It's the team play is just amazing here, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. I think that Centurions have the better team play. It's also it's very strange. It's hard to say this. Like the bench is close, right? It's 11 to 10. So this is no insult to Smokers, but it just seems like Centurions have the players with the better individual skill, and then they're working at using that to be put into very good team opportunities. Whereas it seems like Smokewalkers, they have a very more like crazed dynamic where it's like Topher just goes crazy and like and Rhino is able to like hold the line, and it's like, and then the other players are like able to like do things in the chaos. I like it. It's a great gameplay, but it's like I feel like Centurions is playing the more typical correct CS, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I love watching the chaos. Like you got to look at that 24 and 14. Like Topher is definitely making this fun.
Yeah, he is. He is definitely having a good time.
Wouldn't surprise me though if he's no longer in this tier next season. You know, he strikes
Yeah.
me as a player that could definitely get promoted into the next tier.
And it makes me question the draft as well. Like, where would someone like Topher or someone like Skelly's be in the draft next season? Like,
Yeah, it makes you wonder.
There's so many great pieces of talent that have come from this season alone. And, oh my god, Topher. Good trade for Sun. But yeah, this season alone has produced a lot of great talents, and like, I'm excited to see what happens with this draft here, because super teams could actually form.
Oh no!
Even with, oh, he has to line up, but he's not gonna spray. If he hears that bomb print, he might. No, come on, Samson. Oh, beautiful play from Sun, but it's Ross now. Why did he jump?
Okay, they get the round anyway, but that was it. Yeah, that would have been one of those opportunities that watching the demo back, he would have regretted for a long time if they had lost that round. It would have been like, I was right there. I had, because you could see like the instinct there was to get that lineup, listen for the bomb plant, and then go for the spray. But it's, yeah, he wanted it so badly. He had the lineup, and he did. And it's hard to know that you can shoot before the bomb plant sound comes in.
Yeah, map point now. Let's see if Smokehouse can bring this back here.
They still have a goodbye.
They do. No op out though. Which honestly for this map, oh my god, what a boost! Zerk just gonna get taken down there. And now Smokehouse are left wondering, what do we do now? They're still gonna stick to this boost as well, so if they peek, they're most likely just insta-dead. It's a bit of a slow round, some action toward Donut. Good molly. Only 2 tick damage though. I don't know if this is a bad thing to say, but right now it really does just seem like they're lost in a way. Like, it's good spacing here. Chance is gonna hold this. He's gonna get taken down from behind as well. Tech's gonna push out aggressively with the AWP, find that kill. Rhino with the trade though, he picks up the AWP himself. And that is bombed down. Let's see if this retake ends the map or not. I don't see it doing it, but it would be fun. Stampy here is going to get taken down by that Rhino up, and Skellies does spot the player behind the pillar. That's the kill in a second as well! Skelly has brought this back! Wait, no way. Skellies is just going to hold this. Skellies is just going to hold this! And that's the map! No way! Just like that? That's
Yeah,
how it ends?
unbelievable. That's all it took. They were sitting on a 3v2. Smokewalkers unable to hold. The smokes isolating them. Skelly's coming up with two, pushing onto the site. That was an amazing retake by Skelly's and Son, but you got to give credit to Skelly's for that. He came through at the end there to get that round win that there's no way that should have happened. Smokewalkers would be kicking themselves for that because it just got stolen right from them right there. Amazing play by Centurions. Overall, the better Counter-Strike on Ancient was played by them. 13-10 final score. We're tied in the series now 1-1.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting third map, which will get underway in a bit here. We're going to go for another short break, I believe. So we shall be back in a minute. Grab your snacks, grab your water. It's a nice Thursday morning here. It's around lunchtime if you're in EST, so hopefully you guys are enjoying the show, and we shall see you in a minute. All right, welcome back, everybody. After a beautiful second map from the Centurions there, and almost a comeback from the Smokewalkers, we are now here. The final map of the playoffs and the final map of EPE Season 1.
Yeah, it's been a journey getting here. I actually really enjoyed the first two maps. Smokewalkers taking Inferno rather convincingly, I think, with Centurions trying to theory craft on the fly on a map they don't play. And then on Ancient, Centurions showed that they're able to play a very, very strong game. And I mean, I love that. The ending with Skelly stealing a round away, 13-10, I believe was the final score there. And yeah, this overpass is going to be insane. We were just looking at the stats during the break, and the way I would describe it, Smokewalkers has a shaky history on overpass in that they've won and lost on it, and yet the important stat to maybe pay attention to is that they beat Centurions in the past on this very map, and they also beat they beat Bot on this map as well, and Centurions lost to Bot on this very map. So it's also maybe a little bit shaky for Centurions as well. So neither team, I would say, has a really clear advantage on this map in terms of like overly dominating it, but maybe Smokewalkers should have an advantage since they beat Centurions before, but obviously everything gets proven. So here we go.
Yeah, final map of the season. Everybody, grab your snacks, grab your popcorn. This is going to be a banger. As we already get into the actions, Topher's going to shoot toward Fountain. Do a bit of damage, but also get tagged up a little bit as well. Seems like it's going to be a long play for this pistol. They're just going to push that up. There's only one player holding this long, and I believe it is Rhino. He's got to activate here. He's going to get overwhelmed and taken down. So now it's a 4v5. Harmless does spot a few going out long. Zerk finds one as well. And Harmless is just going to get overwhelmed as well. He's going to get taken down. Sun with another kill. Skelly's with another kill, sorry. Oh, never mind. There's Sun's extra kill. Topher, 1v4. We know what this man can do. I don't think this will be one of those rounds, though. Bomb is ticking down. Could save armor if he wants, but ooh, nice shot on the IMP. But that's Sun with a third kill in this round.
I believe the HUD has been inverted again, so we'll have to either double check either my sanity or we'll need to check the HUD. Yeah. Pretty sure that's a win for Centurions there on their round. There we go. That's the way you want to start off with always. Pistol round, map 3. Oh, the nades!
Oh my gosh. Just like that. And nades coming out. And the Centurions. A lot of util toward that A site once again, but they're focusing toward B here, and they forced the rotates off. And now they realize it's too late. Smokehouse is going to be late on the rotates. Rhino's already dead. Skelly's is on that flank, though. Skelly's just going to come behind, but doesn't really matter. 2-0 already, but we have seen this before.
I do appreciate when Smokewalkers lose the pistol that they have been full saving so that they can buy third round. I do like that. I don't like the idea where teams will... I mean, you see it more in pugs, though, obviously, rather than team games, but where you end up with, like, a half the team buys, and then your third round isn't really all that good, and then your fourth round is kind of scuffed as well. It's just, it doesn't make sense. You got to pick a strategy, work together, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah, and this is the Centurions bonus round as well. Rhino's probably going to get caught off guard here, unless he turns around and 5-2! What the... That was crazy. Well, we were gassing him up in the second map, and there he is. 3 to 5. Harmless jump spotting, trying to get info on B. There's 2 players underground as well. I think they're heading back toward A. Yeah, there's the MP right there. The player party as well. Gonna be trying to find that player divider. Whoever is in divider is not peeking at all, and I believe that's Topher. Which honestly is a really smart play here. Because the less info you give a team like Centurions here, in this kind of situation, on a map like this, is very beneficial in the long run. Because they tend to be very aggressive late round. So they will literally just play right into you. Let's see what happens here, though. 20 seconds left. They seem to be focusing towards B. Smokes are out. Ross is on barrels here. Let's find the 1. Can he get the second? Harmless with the follow-up kill. It's just Tech, and honestly should just be a save. He's going to try to go for it. He might actually get away with it. That nade was close.
Yeah, Smokewalkers finally getting around there. I'll tell you what, Rhino does not survive if Centurions had better guns there. You can see the effects of the bonus round coming in with a bunch of MAC-10 spraying him down, not able to finish him. Rhino escaping with 8 HP there. Huge for Smokewalkers getting those 2 kills and able to get the round. Centurions with their timeout. Always a fan of that, as you all know. Teams calling their timeouts, actually figuring out what's going on. It's underrated.
Yeah, it's such a nice difference, because as much as I liked Pavix as an IGL, he never called timeouts, and it's very odd to me that he never did, because it would have actually solved a lot of our problems with Guardian if he called some timeouts and we actually like explain things. Because
I think that sometimes you have to have another player on the team that helps the IGL by telling him, like, hold on, we gotta slow it down, you know, help the IGL get out of that mentality. Because sometimes the IGL is really just focused on, okay, what's the strat this round? What's the strat this round?
Yeah. Seems like it's gonna be a long play though. Topher is on the long flank. Harmless. He's gonna... Oh, Zerk's gonna find that kill actually, but Harmless is gonna spray down, and Zerk's gonna find a follow-up kill. Skelly's with the trade back. Topher is in long bathrooms here, so he could get this cross. Oh, Tech actually finds that.
What a steal by Tech.
Does get tagged a lot though, so Rhino should get... Okay, never mind. Tech steals another one. 2v2 now. And they're gonna run straight down the B. Zerk is gonna be here to meet them.
They have no health.
Yeah, they have no health at all here. Ross finds that one. Skelly's is on 2. And that's the round. Bomb plan is crucial here. Can't believe Tech just stole 2 of them, like 2 of those kills like that. Like,
if I'm not mistaken, he just killed the 2 best players on Smokehouse.
Yeah.
He killed Topher and Rhino, and that's after getting dinked by Topher. Like, that's yeah, Tech, you should be pretty happy about that round. You guys got the bomb plan on a round you had no business getting that on.
Yeah.
You just faced the gauntlet right there. That's amazing.
that was pretty good. And now we're tied up 2-2. Tech's gonna throw some Mutil. Oh man, it's all the way to the bathroom? Ross, he's gonna peek right into this tunnel play. Tech once again out monster. He's gonna get needed out though. And Zerk's gonna find a follow-up kill. They know where he is, so they're just gonna pressure him here until his teammates arrive. Ampy finds that kill, and now a 3-on-3. They have no idea where Harmless is. He peeks out. He finds one. In a second, almost a third. It's a 1v1 now. AWP is activated. Tansen versus Rhino, but Tansen is walking all the way back out of the site. I actually really like this idea from Tansen. He's walking all the way to spawn here. He's gonna walk all the way to Monster and try to catch this player off guard and make him think he rotated.
It's really difficult to retake with an op, so now you put Rhino in a position where he has no idea where Tansen's going. This is awful for him. He's got to watch so many angles. He has to decide if he needs to rotate. Tansen is just bringing the anxiety.
Let's spawn him low. Picks up the AK. Good flash. Full blind. He's just gonna stick the plan here. Goes for the wallbang. That was so close. Another flash out. Oh!
Rhino.
What? Okay.
I'm speechless.
What a flick.
That was absolutely an insane flick. That's why Rhino gets the op on this team. He hits shots like that. Retaking with an op is never really something that you want to see. It's so difficult. In a 1v1 where you know where the player's, okay, it can happen, but it requires the player to peek you, because otherwise you have to play aggressively with the op. I liked how Tansen reposition got on top there. Rhino was definitely not as ready for it as, you would expect him to not see Tansen on top. Great play.
Yeah, his teammates must be ecstatic after that one.
Oh, I'd be screaming if I'm honest.
Oh my lord, what a flick. And now it's a 5v5. Eagle out and 2 SMGs. And MP5 is out on the board as well. We haven't seen that gun in quite a bit. It's gonna be a slow round once again. Bit of util thrown toward underground. Everyone just playing their parts here. Zerk's gonna slowly make his way up as well. Topher is very close to this divider conflict. And that timing as well, he just got off of that. There's a player moving up on him, bathrooms. There's players moving up on Zerk as well. Let's find the first. Can he get that second? No, he can't. MP5 finds the trade. Oh, no. Wait, I think Tech was just spotted there. Nice shot from Rhino. That's Tansen with another kill in this round. Harmless is just hiding here. Oh, did he get the silent drop? I think he did. And Harmless, they don't know where he is. Topher throws a nade. Harmless is gonna peek up. I think he's gonna stick this through the smoke.
I don't like
He's
this.
gonna
No.
push. And it's just Tansen here. They're gonna try. Oh, they think he's monster. The smoke's gonna clear, I think. Oh no, Tansen couldn't find it in time.
Oh, when he ran through the smoke there and killed the diffuser, I thought that was that was terrifying.
I thought that would have been the round for a minute.
Yeah, you got to watch that smoke on this map. Like, that's one thing that we see time and again. It's like the bomb plant on this map doesn't really change that much on B side. It's generally in the same spot, maybe with a little bit of variation at times. So you can work out pretty much where you need to be, where you need to peek, where you need to push.
I honestly thought Tansen was gonna go through that smoke there. Nice kill from Ross. 4-2. Bit more game to work around. Only in round 7. Tansen's gonna push up here. Sun's gonna find the trade for him. That's Ross with another kill. And Sun with a second. Oh my god, Rhino is on fire this game. That's another kill through a smoke. And a very nice flick. It's just like that. We're going into round number 8. Smokewalkers are in the lead here on this overpass decider. Seems like it's gonna be
a B rush.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a B rush here. It's gonna be a fast round, and we love fast rounds here. Man, they just... Oh, Sun. Sun finds another kill there. They're gonna push up Sun with the double. Can he find a third? Tech finds a follow-up, and now it's a 2v5. Topher and Rhino, the best 2 players, forced on a save here. Oh my god, look at the rest of the players' economy.
Yeah, this just completely put a damper on the whole entire...
Oh,
yeah.
I don't like that.
No, you got to be careful with these rushes. Like, people, it's one of those things. Like, look, Smokehouse was absolutely dominating this half. If they held on to that site, put it at 6-2, and look at the economy of the Centurions here, right? It's a, look at that, 650, 350, 250, 2000, 450. This would have been the round to really, really extend. It's not just 6-2. It would have been like 7-2. But at this point, it's like now your Smokewalkers has to reconsider what they're going to do. They have 2 people with a lot of money, so they're going to buy back into this with FAMASas. It's going to be a little bit weird. But now we're going from like a 7-2 possibility to a 5-3 possibility. It's, yeah, the CS economy is just so weird the way these numbers work out.
I'm honestly interested to see how the rest of this have to play out now with that. We have 2 FAMASas and an MP9, and it's another rush coming out here. Sun's gonna find one, Skelly's with a follow-up and a Tanced as well, and once again, it's these 2 players left alive. So this honestly is just another rush succession here.
I know the bad buy had something to do with it, but I still wonder. I'm concerned now that Centurions have figured out that the B-bomb site is weak and susceptible to a rush. That could be the game if Smokewalkers do not figure out quickly a way to stop that.
Yeah. I am a bit concerned about that, because this is a definite change of pace that came out of nowhere for Smokewalkers, and it will just be very detrimental to them if they can't figure it out.
I like this position, though.
Yeah, nice kill from Topher there. And now all the rifles are activated. M4 on Skellies. And FAMAS on Zerk. 5-4, going to round 10. Oh. That's a failed smoke. That's a succeeded one. Rhino's gonna peek out. Misses the shot. Sun capitalizes. He's been on fire this game as well. And just like that, change the pace once again, ruining the Smokewalker's chances here. Sun with another kill. 5-4. Soon to be 5-5 unless Ross has something to say about it, because Topher's just watching underground right now. Probably going for an exit again. He's been on the save for the past 3 rounds. At one point, do you decide that enough is enough and you just go for it?
I don't think this is the round to do it, but you end up with that sort of feeling. In fact, I even question if Rhino's decision to repeak and the way he did it was because of the pressure of losing those 2 rounds. I do wonder, there's a bit of psychology in CS where things aren't working for you as a team and you feel like you have to adapt and you got to try harder. And the thing is, it sometimes ends up making you play worse when you're under that kind of pressure, even though you're not trying to make bad decisions, you're trying to make great decisions, but it's just the way you're going about it and how you're doing it. It leaves you susceptible to all sorts of things, to even just the team just playing solid Counter-Strike, and also even sometimes when you're really focused on, look, I just got to do this fundamental thing correctly. I got to make this peak correctly. You're open to also wacky plays that the team can put up against you because you're so hyper focused on just getting the thing right. I'm not saying they're obviously like Rhino's playing great, but it just makes me wonder about the little subtleties here. Are we going to see cracks in the Smokewalkers?
I do wonder that we might see that very soon. Like, it definitely seems like something that's happening, like, in the moment. They're getting stressed out to the point where they're making these split-second decisions that really don't work out in the long run. And as a player myself, it does happen a lot. Especially in games like this that are super close, super slow, and then all of a sudden there's a huge change of pace and you lose a bunch of rounds. You get super stressed out. Like, whether you tilt or your mind starts racing, you start questioning everything. So you start making a lot of bad decisions, but then it also can lead to good decisions as well.
Right, and sometimes consistency is more important than trying to adapt. It takes a lot of wisdom to figure out when is it that you need to adapt, that you need to change, and when is it that, look, you're playing the right idea. It's just that the other team happened to get, slightly better timing, or, there was a slight miscommunication on something that really shouldn't affect your overall fundamental play. It's kind of like when when the team doesn't execute to take a bomb site and you lose the round. It's easy to start questioning the entire strategy, like, we should throw that execute in the garbage. It's like, well, no, maybe there's a reason why that failed. Maybe, for example, your team telegraphed that you were going to make that execute. And so the answer isn't scrap the execute, but to have better map control early on in the round so that the enemy team can't anticipate. It's one of those things you really can get into a huge amount of detail in Counter-Strike on tactics, on strategy, on executes, and it's very interesting how much depth CS has, and I think that's why Counter-Strike, and particularly the bomb defusal mode, has endured for so long in esports.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the more strategic modes. Like, you look at games like Call of Duty, where it has like several different modes in esports, and then there's a similar mode to defusal, search and destroy, but it's not the same. You start with the same class every round. There's not an economy system. This Counter-Strike makes you think a lot in several different aspects, whether it's strategic or gameplay or utility.
And don't you agree there's too much to think about in the round, and you're always under that constant pressure of, like, anticipating different things? It's just it's so amazing that there's so much of a depth to it.
No more stuff. I mean, yeah, even in the recent big update, they added the new reload system, which gives players another thing to think about.
Right, because now if you start spamming, and let's say your magazine is 30 bullets and you spam away 15 bullets, now the question is, okay, I have half a mag, do I reload now? Personally, I'm not a fan of the idea of you throwing the entire magazine away. I know that's how Valve introduced it. Personally, I have played games where you do have magazines as opposed to just a strict ammo count. I like that change, but in my opinion, it should be that the magazines rotate. So if you are one of those COD reload type guys reloading after every shot, then the next time you reload, you may not have a full mag, rather than just not having any mags.
Yeah. And there was a significant advantage to that as well, especially because you could spray through smokes without really any sort of warning.
How did they just get out of the B bomb site with absolutely no one on there? What was going on there?
I don't know. I think I completely missed that. What happened?
They just gave up the site completely. They weren't even on the site. Well, I wonder if they weren't even really prepared for the round start.
Oh, I see. So 2 players died there. Thank you. Thank you, production.
But they still should have had more of a presence on the actual site. I mean, the flanks are good, but...
Ooh, Rhino. Well, 6-5. Skelly's picks up 2. You know, that was really interesting.
I think the Centurions actually have figured it out. I think they have figured out that it's just a fast monster play. Smokewalkers have still not come up with a counter to that.
Yeah, the key to their play right now literally is just fast aggression. They did it on A couple rounds ago as well, and they completely caught Smokewalkers off guard.
They should be able to stop that with some well-timed nades. Look at this. They're going B again, it looks like.
Yeah, and once again, they've sent 3B this time as well for the Smokewalkers. So, and Rhino isn't con. So they are somewhat preparing for this now, but it might be a bit too late in the half for this.
Oh, Rhino's in prime position right here for a backstab.
He is in a good position here. Armless is gonna find this one and what? He keeps spraying. Oh my god, Tansen finds 2. Rhino finds one of his own. Now could find another. He doesn't, and just Gopher. With the MP7 in con. And I don't think that's any sort of a chance there. 5-7 in this first half, and a lot of mistakes from the Smokewalkers, and it really makes you wonder how much of it is actually...
Well, I wonder if... Did Centurions anti-strat this? Did they learn from their previous match against them? Did they watch all of the things here? Because Smokewalkers, this really does come down to Smokewalkers unable to hold B when the Centurions throw everything they got. When they full force it B, they can make something happen.
I mean, they only started doing it in the later rounds of the half, right? Like it really feels like they did genuinely like prepare for this. Like they did the slow rounds for the first. Nice shot from Son. For the first like 3 rounds of the half. They got those rounds, they started losing a few rounds, and then they decided to just switch up the pace entirely. Son once again with a nice shot. Can he get a third here? MP finds one of his own. And a second. Now it's a 1v5 pistol. And that's a 3K for Son.
Yeah, that was very crispy. Those were very nice USPS shots. Like, that's the reason why you want to rock the USPS, to look like those players right there. Look like Sud and everything. But it's not a very forgiving gun. If you miss the first shot, it can get a little bit scary.
Yeah,
the reset time takes a while. There. Yeah, but he made it look easy. That was a very nice cleanup here. Smokewalker's now in dire straits here, I would say, because it's like they're calling the timeout right away after the pistol round in the second half. I love it. But the problem is they're 5-8, likely to be 5-9. They're full saving again, as they are wont to do. So
there's a P2 on the board as well.
I think we're going to be looking at 9-5 scoreline, and that might be too much of an ask right now to make that comeback if they don't start off strong on their rifle round.
I am a bit concerned on what their comms might be, though. Like, it seems like they're... Just from watching them play it, it seems like they're stressing out, almost. And then there's Tech finding one, and a jump shot from Tech as well. Tansen's gonna find 2 of his own. And once again, it's a 1v5. And just like that, you're right, 9-5.
I mean, it is the cost of full saving, right? With Glocks, you're not likely to even get the bomb plant, but I do understand the mentality, like, because right here we have the full AKs, decent utility, and you're looking at the Centurions. They're not going to upgrade, right? So we're looking at 2 FAMASs and 2 MP9s, I believe. Only 1 M4.
Yeah, this is kind of a bonus round for the Centurions. Skelly's going to go for that jump spot. Are they boosting Con? Are they boosting over the window in con? Ross might get caught off by this. Oh no, they're not. They're just doubling up. It looked like they were boosting. Oh, he's doing the spot.
Oh no, he was spotted.
Yeah, Topher saw that. Lizzie taught me that in the 10-man, and I was astonished. Now now it's a 3v5. Skelly's going for the wall bang. Bit of tap damage on him. And Ross is up on this B site now. Tanton has no idea. Skelly's gonna get tagged a bit more. Tanton finding that kill and pushing out. He's gonna trade it out. And just like that, it's all up to 24 HP Skelly's. If Skelly's wins this, could actually be one of the best plays of the tournament. Well, nice shot from Topher, finding his 2, and that's finally another round on the board for the Smokewalkers.
Yeah, I would actually put this in a very, very good position for Smokewalkers. If they're going to begin the comeback, this was a way to do it. Full AKs except for one Galil on Ross boats, and now it's the Centurions who have to call a timeout and figure out what are we going to do with this lousy economy. Tansen having a great game right now, along with Sun. 16 and 8 for Tansen, 17 and 8 for Sun. And this is the thing that it's interesting. You've noticed though, different players in different games stand out for Centurions. They have a very well-rounded team.
Yeah, and it really, like, I don't want to say this because it will sound mean. Right now, it really, like, in the past 2 maps we've just watched, it really just did seem like it was Topher and Rhino. Like,
yeah, it does seem like they're leading the charge for their team.
Zerk is having his moments in this map, but the other 2, like, they're also having moments, but it's just very few so far. I would like to see a lot more from them.
I think they're feeling a lot of pressure from Centurions. I think that's the problem, is that it's Centurions are just the more well-rounded team, and you got people like Topher who are, in my opinion, he's probably better. If you put him up 1v1 against any of the Centurions, Topher's probably better than all of them. So it is this weird dynamic that you have this real power imbalance, and then it comes down to how the teams use their strengths.
Oh, nice shot from Tech. I mean, even just watching them play, like, the map control and the spacing is just a lot better on the Centurions.
Yeah, I think if Smokehouse were able to just hold the line, if they had come out with a better way of holding B, I really think this would be a different conversation right now. I really think this would be Smokehouse's map.
And it's going to be that long play. And this is going to be the first one into the fold here. Bomb's going to go down.
Bomb has been planted.
And Tech is on that flank here. He could find 2. He does. He spots 2, but he's missing the shots. He does get that kill in the end. Topher is down. And Amp is going to find Harmless as well. So now it's just Rhino. It's stuck in the 1v3, and he's not going to find a single one. And that's a 10th round on the board for Centurion.
It's another round that you kind of feel like could have gone for Smokehouse. They had an advantage. They had the sight. But that was a great flank from A-Long. The presence of mind for the retake to come from different angles and to force the issue. And then this is the other thing. Someone should do a study on the concept of pressure in CS. Like, Rhino could have done so much more if he didn't have players coming from, both directions. He's stuck in that position. That's what we're talking about with pressure. When you're dealing with multiple angles at once, it forces you to take a fight. And also that push into bank from the previous player, he's feeling it because he can't position where he wants to at A-Long.
Like, no one's bad in this lobby by any means. I genuinely think it's just a huge amount of pressure right now on Smokehouse.
Especially in the finals. Oh, not another backstab.
No. 2 for him. Skelly's finds 2. Bomb is still down. Harmless is in the smoke. Across from him, there are 2 players. Does get spotted out, though. 3v3. They're going to go for this retake. I don't see a world where they don't. Good nade from Harmless. There's a lot of damage, and once again, Smokehouse are just falling apart. But Ross, he's got something to say. He's got something to prove. He peeks out, finds the second kill, waits for that bomb to tick down. Amp is just gonna hold this. Is he gonna shoot? No way. No way! Ross!
No, Ross thought he had the time on his side. It came down to the wire. I was watching the clock there. The defuse was so tight. It looked like he did not have enough time to do the defuse, but he pulls it off. What an incredible clutch for the Centurions. It was absolutely, I mean, that was just baffling. I don't even blame Ross for that. I think he could have pushed through, because at that point, if you push through the smoke, then you know for sure he doesn't have time.
He had his crosshair on him too.
Yeah,
Obviously,
hindsight.
He didn't know that, but
yeah, in hindsight, like, Ross could have done so much more, but it's like, I don't blame him. He was so close to that. That was so tight.
yeah, that is a nice try from Ross. And it's just another one of those things where he's just gonna review the demo and it's just gonna feel bad about that later. Like,
Centurions must have been absolutely going crazy on comms at that point.
oh yeah.
They're stealing these rounds, man, one after the other.
Now it's a 5v4. For once, Smokehouse have the advantage. Tech is hiding, does spot the cross on the site. Skelly's finds one. Kansas is gonna activate here. Circus gonna find that kill instead. And Circus 3K. Out of nowhere. Finally stealing his moment once again, and that's a 7th round.
Yeah, Smokewalkers are decent at taking site. It's the holding part that hurts them. It's always the flanks, or it's always just when they have to wait during that time, there's just something goes wrong in between the time they take the site and then the time they hold it. In this case, fortunately for them, they didn't have to wait for a retake. They just came in, stormed it, and killed everyone. And now, Centurions calling their last time out. I like this. It's 11-7. They're aiming to close it up. I like this. They're really have the end of the game in mind. They're like, you know, you don't wait until the last round here. They just figure it out now. So they're having this really weird force buy. AMP's the only one on M4. Everyone else on pistols.
I don't know if I like that buy.
They've got a plan here. If this works, this is going to be wild.
Yeah, I mean, you can't count out the 5-7s and the Deagles. Like I said before, me and Bob, we watched those Ego plays in the Silver Finals. They went absolutely crazy, but it's just gonna be a Harmless picking up 2 on the outside. Kansas peeks out, almost gets a kill, and that's Harmless with a 3rd. 2v5. Son is still alive in short. I don't know what's going on.
They hit him with the complete reversal. It was now Smokehouse rushing B, and Centurions completely caught flat-footed there. They were trying to get the boost going on there. They weren't even aware that the site was already lost.
Yeah, I didn't even see it come up on the minimap either. That was how fast it was. And somebody retrieved this gun. He actually might die the bomb. No, if he gets far away enough, he won't. But I don't think the bomb radius is that big on this map. Yeah, no.
No, it's not Inferno.
That's an AK retrieve, though. The economy is a bit damp, but that AK might do wonders here. 11-8. Momentum is on the Smokewalkers' side.
Another weird buy. Ampy again. Well, he had a gun. What happened to it?
He dropped
There
it
it is.
to Tanton, but Tanton dropped it back to him. I don't know. It honestly... Four people stacking up here on Monster. It might just be a shooting gallery for Zerk, but doesn't get a single one. A lot of damage though. Good flashbang. Ross is 18 HP. Sun with the AK alone on A. Oh, MP's here too with the M4. And the execute is coming out here. Sun has got to do God's work with this M4. Or this AK. Oh wait, they're rotating back. They're rotating back. There's only one player on that B site, and he's hiding barrels. If they don't clear Tanton here, this might be the end of the round. Oh my god. Wait, nobody's clearing Tanton. Tanton is stuck here on his own. He can deny the bomb plan, and he does! 38 seconds left. I don't know if it'll mean anything the rest of the round, but was a good attempt. Ampy is on his own, 1v4. Two players graffiti. Almost finds one. Another round for Smokewalkers.
Imagine if Tanson had accepted that M4 and he was sitting there able to spray down. I don't know. Again, I don't think it would have made a huge difference, but there's always that possibility. That was phenomenal. You got to clear your corners. It's these people will take advantage. This team, Centurions, they'll take advantage of everything they can, as well they should.
It looked like for a moment Tanton had that. He denied the bomb plan. It looked like he was due to hit those shots. Like, now it's 11-9. Closing the gap are the Smokewalkers. Sun might find Rhino off guard. Ugh. Doesn't quite get the quick scope off, and Sun with a second kill on the Topher. That's their two best players gone. Harmless has actually been showing up a lot in this map too. And there he is again, getting another kill. I want to try to recruit him to my ESEA League team for my second tier. But he was too busy with life. It's glad to see that he's doing well and making it to finals. Proud of him. Getting another kill as well. And that's Ampy finding one back. Now it's an equalizer. 2v2. Two players in long. Ampy has to hold this down. His teammates all the way on A. How are Smokewalkers going to play this here? They have 30 seconds left. They can't rotate B. They have to focus long here. They're taking a long time to get to the site as well. So, what? I don't think they have time. I don't know if they have time. Do they? No, they do.
If they face no opposition, they're okay.
Yeah, 8 seconds. Wrong read on the side of the Centurions. Bomb is down. I got a bit worried for a minute that they weren't going to have time. It's been so long since I played this map that I kind of like forgot the timings a little bit. Oh, they're gonna go for this boosting graffiti. They're not gonna split a soul though. That's a lot of info. So that now they know that one of them has to be monster and one of them has to be short. They're not clearing the monster guy at all here, so he's gonna peek out, take the diffuser down, and that's a second spray transfer from Zerk. Beautiful round there. One round to tie it up.
The only unfortunate thing is they lost the AKs there. Fortunately, the economy seems to indicate it does not matter. Smokewalkers on 10. Centurions winning by 1 round with 11. The economy for Centurions does not look good. They're buying... What are they buying here? A scout on Sun?
Ooh.
SMGs across the board except for Tanson, who is sitting with the Deagle.
I've seen Sun Scout before, and it is pretty nuts. Let's see if he can do something with this Scout here. It is a bit of a rough buy for the Centurions.
Freebie bomb site. It's free again.
Oh my god, and Rhino with that up and lower as well. I don't... Now all of a sudden it's looking like Centurion are getting all the wrong reads. Like, it's been such a back and forth game. To where both teams are having moments of pure excellence, and then other teams are looking completely lost. It's very interesting to see. Harmless picks up that kill, and Rhino with the follow-up, and they've tied it up. 11-11 in this grand final on the final map. They need 2 rounds to close it out, or at least 1 round to go to overtime. And what a story it would be if the Smokewalkers win this.
Yeah, at this point, 11-11, both teams buying it could go either way. I would say the buy favors Smokewalkers since Tech is on the MP9 along with Tansen. Only 2 kits on the CT side. This is it. This series has gone as far as you can pretty much go in regulation. The only way it could be closer is if it hits overtime.
Sun is offing over Tech here. Well, let's see how this round goes. Sun's got the boost on long. I haven't seen this one before. A lot of new boosts I've been seeing. They have no mid presence, however, which is a very crucial spot if you're playing as a CT on overpass. So people can just walk up bathrooms if they really wanted to here. Skellies is holding connector. Does spot 1. Sutil comes out. A 2B lurks as well, making some noise. And then we got ourselves a slow round. Nice tactical. Chill round of Counter-Strike. And Rhino's going for this aggressive off peak here. There's a boost on top of Dumpster here. Another one I've never seen before. And Sun capitalizes on it. Finds one. Almost hits the flick on Topher. And now it's an open A site. The only one here is to challenge is Ampy. 4-on-4. Good nade. I don't know how that didn't land though. I think it hit the top of dice.
This is such a crucial retake. Everything on the line.
They need this retake. 4v4 now. They're gonna push in. Tech with that shot through the box, and Ampy finds one as well. Harmless finds one back. Skelly's peaks. Oh.
That was a clean retake. Clean.
A clean retake and match point for the Centurions. Will they win the championship?
It's entirely possible. Their economy was too fragile to lose that round. Fortunately for Smokewalkers, they can full buy. So now we're up again. Full buy versus full buy. Looks like Sun is... Yeah, he had to get an AK or a M4 dropped for him. Can we just take the time to appreciate Harmless Target has surpassed Topher in the stats here? Harmless Target is now playing so much better than map 1, map 2. Now's the time to come alive, right? Map 3, 1 round left in regulation. Zerk as well, also playing better.
Hansen through the smoke, and Zerk finding Skellies as well in the trade. But yeah, Harmless has been playing really good. I'm really happy for him. Zerk as well. Ross has had his moments. Can't count him out. Let's see what happens in this round. If we go to overtime here, still could be a chance for Smokewalkers to come back. Look at this map control. 2 on B, 2 on A. They're ready for practically anything right now. Smoke on short. Zerk's readying the flash, and they're gonna start going. Oh, with the train! No way! What? Why did Harmless just flick to his teammate? What?
I think that the shots confused him. He got scared. He thought there was a player behind him.
Oh no. So 1v2 for Ross. If Ross wins this, they go to overtime. This is for everything right now. Ross is 18 HP. Tech and Sun. Ross is just gonna stick this plant. Sun right above him, and that is it. That is the championship for IMP. Your grand finals winners, the Kings of Nova, have arrived. What a game. And that is crazy to me. That the randomized train in the map actually kind of screwed their execute a little bit. He threw that flash as soon as the train came out and it bounced off of the train. I don't know if you saw that, but
I know that's been debated if the train can get in the way. I believe there's a video back in CS:GO from 3 Clicks Philip on that whole thing about what should and shouldn't interfere in a map. But I have to say though, like this was an amazing series. The whole journey was absolutely phenomenal. As we said, it started on Inferno, Smokewalkers pulling up a map that Centurions just didn't play, and they were trying to cobble together a strategy as fast as they could. But Smokewalkers are like, no, we know how to play this. We're going to win this. And they took map one. Centurions replied back, firing back on Ancient and saying, nope, this is our map. We're going to show you what we're capable of. And I'll tell you, Overpass, the decider, I don't think we could have asked for a closer map. There were so many rounds there that just went back and forth. I think it really came down to a number of things. Centurions were able to figure out how to crack that B bomb site open. You got to give credit for them. They figured out a winning strategy and just pressured it on their T side and stole so many rounds that they shouldn't have gotten. There was also then on Centurions' CT side that they just pulled a number of clutches out of nowhere. There's
yeah.
that one round against I think it was Ross where it looked like there was no time left and Centurions got a clutch defuse. And there were so many other rounds that just came in there that were either close or actually came into their favor where they just got what they needed to get. It was a phenomenal display of Counter-Strike by both teams, but clearly Centurions came out on top as close as you can get into map 3 in regulation, 13-11. Absolutely phenomenal performance by the Centurions.
Yeah, and congrats to them winning another championship as an organization as well. Very dominant as an organization this season.
And we were looking at the stats earlier, like every player on Centurions is rated above 1.0. The lowest rated
Yeah.
player that I'm looking at is 1.14. When that's your worst rated player, you've got a fire, you know, whole season right there. You've got a powerhouse of a team. So like, and that's why it's the consistency, right? I mean, they went 18-6 plus 80 round differential, and then they win it in a tight series against a team that was looking to steal it from them but could not do it.
Yeah, GG well placed to both. I don't know. Are we doing an interview or is nobody able to? All right. That is it. That is it from us for season 1. Thank you guys so much for being here. We shall see you in, I think Jackpot said last night, a few weeks replacements. So there's a lot more CS to come. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we shall see you next time.